6x6 papers, and I'd not long before making this layout had seen some people make some layouts using 6x6 papers by layering them with not cutting them but layering them somehow on the page and making it work. And I try. See, I'm trying. These papers go together really nicely. Look at the colours. But I can't make it work. How? I don't know. I need to obviously study that design and technique a little bit more before I can master it, because it ain't working for me. This marble paper I love, and I thought that could be what I start with, and then it just ends up being a layering piece as a border behind, but that's okay. So now there's this Stay Magical title, that's the white glitter, the iridescent white glitter title, and I just want it to stand out on the paper, and I thought it does on that pinkish paper, but then I had an idea that I could use the shimmer sprays to colour it. So get out a little scrap where I'm, the first layout where I cut off some words, and I just have a test to see what it looks like when you do mix media on top of it. And it looks beautiful. You watch that bottle of shimmer. It doesn't spill, but it nearly does spill every couple of minutes. It's sometimes you just, especially when you're scrapbooking late at night, you just don't know what you're doing. And if you watch it back on a video, you're just horrified sometimes. So shake it up, because it's got that beautiful glitter shimmer stuff in it. And you don't want to miss out on that full effect. Spray, spray, spray. And as simple as that. Just spray it as much as you want in terms of colour. If you want more colour, just spray it more. Wait for it to dry. Spray another layer if you want. You could spray a few colours on it, make a bit of an ombre style. So yeah, so you can see if I'd put that on a piece of cardstock, it would be a cool layering title where I pulled the title away and it was like a mask. It left the white behind it, but I didn't do that. So I just have it on a piece of paper towel, which I've kept, but I don't know if will be used or not. I did try to use it as a layering piece. So you can see it stands out really well, and then I decided to put cardstock over as my base for my layout anyway, so it definitely sticks out on the white. And I just done my border here, terribly not straight. As you can see, the left is bigger than the right, but it doesn't matter. It is scrapped. It is in my album. It has got a photo on it, and I love the rest of the layout so much that you don't even notice that the background is not straight unless you're looking that hard. And if you're looking that hard, you don't need to be looking in my albums. Pretty much how I see it. It's for me and my family. It's for me for the creative process. It's for my family to remember things. And really, no one else is going to be looking in my albums. The only time anyone else gets to see anything is here on YouTube. So that's just how I go. No, I don't have time to be cutting things perfectly straight, and it's not, I just like to be creative. Anyway, get here with my layers. So the pink layer first, there's a full matte, and then the blue is just the top and the two sides. This one's just going to be a straight edge, like not a straight edge, but a vertical line down the back of the photo layers. So it's as simple as that. You don't need to get so worked up about your layers. It can just be quite simple as just playing around with scraps and getting things on. I actually have in the works something to help explain layers and the different ways you can make, well, the different ways I make layers behind photos. Coming up on my channel. If I can get that finished, then I'll definitely let you know if anyone's interested. And yeah, hopefully that will be interesting to people. Anyway, back to what's going on. So it needed another layer. So I got out this beautiful blue grid, which has been used, I'm pretty sure, on all 4 of my design team layouts. Just matting the full photo and not making it like totally huge, but ripping that side down there just to even out the pink that's on the right hand side. And as you can see, it looks like it's finished. So that's the layers done for the photo. I'm just working out where I want my title, and it's going to stay right there in that beautiful spot. So this is my son, my youngest son, Oliver, who is on top of a dome that's covered with brick remnants and pieces outside of our local library. And now he has been climbing that since, you know, since he was 2. He obviously at 2 wasn't getting to the top without help. However, it has been one of those things that every time he sees it, he still goes and climbs it, and he is, I could not imagine a day that he's not going to climb it as we walk past it. I'm sure it's going to get to that because obviously he's 10 now and he's not forever going to be, you know, 40 and climbing on a brick hill, but it might happen before 40. I'm sure it would. But I just like to document it when I can, and that's why I've got the title Stay Magical, just so that I can have it, you know, his personality as such. So I'm just sprayed some of the shimmer spray on a piece of plastic, added some water, and it's going to drop off the edge in droplets. See how that just simply just falls off the edge? So it's like you set it up like a packaging technique, but then I just made it drip off the edge and make some purposeful splatters, and some bigger splatters than what you can make if you're using the nozzle from inside the bottle. And the other thing is because it's watered down a little, it's not, it is very colourful, as you can see. It's very vibrant, but it's not 100% vibrant as it could be. So it's just, you know, maybe 90% vibrant. So it gives it a different colour tone for sure. So here we go. Photos and the layers are stuck down with some foam tape. The title, we've got camera started with the layering there. I'm just going to use the edge of the paper towel to soak up some of that colour before I smush it, because if you know me, you know that I don't always wait for mixed media to dry. Don't have patience. Like I said, it's like the perfection thing. I just like to get creative and get close to perfection as I can and enjoy the process and enjoy the finished product. So what else am I looking for? Anything and everything. So using a couple of labels here just to layer it on top of each other, and going to put it one underneath the other so that you can got plenty of space to write, but you've got those two beautiful pops of colour, the pink and the bright bluey teal. So there you go, sticking it under the photo layers so that it is part of the layout rather than just something stuck down by itself and got no link as such other than the colour. It actually is connected well and truly. So just journaling, not too much journaling. It's one of those moments that, you know, sometimes you enjoy in the moment, you don't really capture and you miss, and it's nice to remember these kind of everyday moments. So just having a look at all my beautiful embellishments that are going on here, trying to work out what and how. Beautiful circle sticker perfectly goes there. And I tried to use that beautiful Charms Creations heart, that felt heart. I love Charm Creations goodies, so happy to get that in this kit and last month's kit as well. Thought we could use the toucan because it's a bit, you know, whimsical and fun. Kept looking in my embellishments to see what I could use. Pull out the mercat. I'm pretty sure that's what I go with because I was quite proud that I could get it on a layout, seeing as I have 2 boys. So just pulling through. So I thought, if you'd missed my unboxing video, I sort my embellishments at the beginning of when I unboxed my kit, and I put all the ones with words and titles and stuff together, and I put the other icons and pictures and stuff in another section in my really useful box, and then I also put labels by themselves as well, so that when I'm reaching for those particular items, then I know exactly where they are and where I can get them from. So I thought that could go on the right-hand side, but it was becoming a bit too heavy on the right, so I've chucked it on the left here, and that's a good way to start that little cluster there. So it's really like the title and the cluster are left to right as a full cluster rather than 2 separate ones, but you could count it as 2 separate, the left and the right embellishment cluster, just joined by the title really. So on it goes, and I'm so sorry my partner has still not gotten the software sorted, so I have that stupid annoying box and it's right in my way at the moment as I'm doing this voiceover, so I hope it's not in your way too much and that it's annoying you. I swear he is going to do it this weekend. I am going to, you know, force that issue to happen because I need it. It is annoying me, and I'm sure it's annoying you guys who are trying to, you know, watch and learn from the process. So I got 2 meerkats on the layout. One with that big die cut on the side there, or is it a sticker? I think it might be a sticker. And then on the left there, I've got the puffy sticker. So I'm quite proud of that effort. They are not going to waste. They are not going to be gifted to someone else. They are on a layout. They are, you know, the bomb. So just trying to work out if I wanted a cluster at the top, and I do not. That would be too crazy. Just adding this half circle here. And sometimes I like to get really wordy with my embellishments, and other times I get to a point where I'm like, yep, that's enough words. But today I have loved the words, and I'm trying to really make that work. Unfortunately, I put my journaling down too early and have not got the right space for that thing, that embellishment to stay there. So it's going to move, but that's good because it actually forces me to make the other cluster which needed to happen, which I didn't know until I started moving this around. So I'm going to make a little cluster down here. I'm going to make this die cut different, cut off that little banner and make it more of a circle embellishment rather than a like an award banner. But then I don't use it on this one, but it's still usable for other layouts. Just pulling out some pink for down there and some wood veneer. So I've got that wood veneer arrow up the top there. So I definitely needed wood veneer somewhere else. And I didn't really want to put it on the right there. It didn't need much more happening on the right cluster. So change the wood veneer. I love that little XOXO with the ripped edges. That looks so cute. Just layering that, putting it off the side a little so it can be cut down, making it look like it was, you know, running off the edge a little, and just sticking down that pink one. And there we are. That's a little cluster cut down the side. That is like the most simplest thing you can do. 2 little die cuts and a wood veneer, and you know the cluster's done. So we're getting to the end, just adding some little sprinkles, the wood veneer heart on that side, little enamel dots, and I'm using the bigger ones and pushing them in so that they're sticking out rather than having them bold and big. But those ones here that I'm sticking out are holding their own as big embellishment, big embellishments, big enamel dots. So stapling down that one on the side, and then I'd go to staple on the embellishments there, but don't need to. Figure I'll do it up the top of the photo there. And just double checking that there's anything else in the kit that I want to add. I do want to add a little bit more pink, and I'm just using my paintbrush and dipping it straight into that shimmer spray and putting it on the edge of the cardstock. Now, some people might like to do that first before they put down their white cardstock to the background. And that would be clever if you knew that was what you were going to do at the beginning. However, I didn't know, and that's why I didn't do it. But it's not that hard to do it, as you can see. Oh, see, the bottle nearly fell down. As you can see, it's quite simple as just putting your thin paintbrush on the edge and going around. You don't want this to look even. It's paint. You want it to have a little bit of a stripe and a little bit of thickness in different spots, a bit thinner in other spots. And it's just to highlight and lift that off the background. So just adding some splatters here with my paintbrush, which is another way to add splatters, just adding them a bit purposefully there. And I'm just going to call that a day in terms of mixed media. In fact, the whole layout's done, and I'm going to go into the close-ups, dab up that mixed media splatters and call it a day. So I'll catch you next time. Have a great day. Bye.